Hello everyone, I welcome you all in our continuous learning process. This session will be on project formulation and appraisal. This is very interesting topic. In developed countries, every assignment is taken as a project. So I, Dr. Satish Kumar Mittal, Senior Faculty with Gautam Buddha University, welcomes you all and let's start our learning. Let's start our learning with Albert Einstein's statement, which is very famous. The formulation of the problem is often more essential than its solution. If we formulate the problem rightly, then it is half the guarantee that the solution will be there. And that is the real theme of project management. So in our today's session, we will learn defining projects, we will learn defining project management, then searching project idea, then screening project idea, then formulation of project report. Actually, project management and completing a project include several things, from where the idea comes, then making a feasibility report study, then preparing a report, then doing projects with scheduling it, and then completing the project with project appraisal, whether there is profit or loss or something. So we'll complete this assignment in 3 videos, and this is our first topic. Before starting the topic, let's recap our learning, which will be helpful to project management and to this unit. And the first learning required are management principles, skills. You must remember management principles. Those are planning, coordinating, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, leadership. Then entrepreneurship skills are required, because entrepreneurs do everything. Need technical skills, need legal skills, need management skills, all these are there. Then marketing skills are very much important for project, because one famous saying is there about marketing, that in this world 2 things are compulsory, one is oxygen and other is marketing. So marketing skills are must. Accounts, records, keeping records is important under accounts. Then financial statements, understanding that you have studied about profit and loss account, balance sheet, how to prepare accounts, and costing, that you have studied in previous units about activity based costing, direct costing, indirect costing. All that learning will help us in understanding this topic on project appraisal. So let's start it by defining project management. A project is a complied and focused temporary activities undertaken to create a unique product or service. It is performed by people, constrained by limited resources, planned, executed, and controlled. Let's redefine it further. Project refers to an investment opportunity which can be analyzed and appraised independently. If you correctly could read or hear in previous slide that we try to define theoretically that project. And here in project management, we are trying to define financially. It refers to a series of activities whose goal is to bring into existence a business organization based on a variable economic opportunity within an established cost and time frame. Actually, established cost and time frame and the revenues, if project is not profitable, then it ultimately adversely affects the profitability of the firm. Project management includes 2 things technically, one is conceptually and other is people. So technical aspect covers project planning, objectives, project work defining, identifying the resources, plan the schedule, that if we bifurcate the project in 10 steps, then first step will be completed in how many days and accordingly. Then iterate, run it, maybe schedule is some step take more time, some step, then in second step or next step we have to reduce the time. So plan modification also if we are not finding it appropriate, and we need to keep on improving the technical part based on the requirement, based on the availability of the skills. Then people part, here in this slide we talk about executive management, top objective signed, get objective signed off, track plan progress, communicate with team, communicate with customer, secure resources, project discipline. All these things are based on people's resources, that resource is very important, and people as well as material resources are quite important. Some features, characteristics, nature, and some specific points in project. Project has a definite beginning and ending process. In a company, in a firm, in an organization, in an NGO, in a partnership firm, in a LLP, limited liability partnership firm, business keep on going and coming. It's a going concern. Whereas a project has definite beginning and definite ending. It completes. Once the project is complete, it's over. Duration of the project is also limited, finite, explained, well executed, well placed, and should be followed with deadlines. The opportunity is usually temporary. When a project is given, the opportunity is temporary. Limited time frame to produce the service. If within limited time frame, if the project is not completed, then maybe the resources which are utilized in the project got wasted. The project team seldom outline the project. If you outlive the project, if you take more time than assigned to the project, maybe the technical things get outdated. Likewise, in today's corona time period, if the vaccine take more than 2 years, then maybe the utility of vaccine get wasted. And that is the concern of pharmaceutical companies. That's why they are focusing that vaccine should come in this time period where people are quite concerned about corona. If after 1 year people are not bothered about corona, then they may not purchase vaccine. Performed by a specific team. Project is always performed by a specific team which include various field of people. Maybe technician, maybe finance person, maybe consultant, maybe senior manager level, or diverse field, and maybe executive team. So all these people include, maybe legal person also included, in a team work, and then they complete the project. Other features, unique features includes projects involve doing something that has not been done before in the same environment. If any activity is done repeatedly, then that is not project. That is business activities, those are repeatedly done. Project may require some innovation to be completed. Some innovation may be required. So based on our this brief discussion, let's have one quick exercise. Let's see what you learned, what you could retain. The first exercise is write down 3 attributes of projects. We discussed several attributes of the project. You can note down 3. Yes, you recall rightly. Project has a unique feature. It has definite beginning and definite ending. It has a time frame. It needs a specific team. So I identified more than 3. Project management, manager role. Project, if there is a project, there should be a manager also who coordinate the overall project. He takes ownership of the project. He is proactive, initiator taken, adequately plan the project, is not authoritative, is decision making, is good in communication, is project manager managed by data and facts, lead by example, has sound judgment, is a motivator, is diplomatic. Many times there happens conflict, so need to be diplomatic also, need to be flexible also, can delegate the authority and responsibility, because project cannot be completed by one person. It needs a team. Team has diversity of specialization, diversity of human nature. So project manager need to be diplomatic and need to delegate the authority and responsibility. Then let's do second exercise quickly. Second exercise, identify few attributes of a good project manager that we discussed on our previous slides. A project has stakeholders, various stakeholders. Stakeholders are those people who take interest, who have direct or indirect interest in that particular project. It can be sponsor, it can be other funding bodies, maybe NBFCs, non-banking financial companies, maybe HNIs, high net worth individuals, maybe foreign institutional investors, which are called FII, and maybe government, maybe society. Likewise, Amul Dairy is created by societies, and there are several social entrepreneurships which are coming in tourism business also. Customers, suppliers, of course supplier of input factors, end users who will finally use that project, environmental agencies. Nowadays, in last few years, we identify there are several issues which are taken care by environmental agencies. They are more alert nowadays. They are talking about, likewise in central government, we have environment ministry, which talk about the don't do construction project, it create pollution, then pollution in metro cities is high, and then they give guidelines, then they issue rules. State government and central government parallelly at different point of time discuss those environmental issues. Maintenance team, neighbors, community is very important, stakeholder. Fusion community and interface is technology. Maybe likewise we are right now communicating with the help of IT technology. That is our interface we are using, and it is part of the stakeholder. Then quick third exercise. You will say that there are so many exercises. Let's quick recall what we are doing. So can you list down few stakeholders? Yes, you are right. Sponsor, funding agencies, then okay, who are all others? Managers, financiers, society, customers, supplier. Fine, good. Let's discuss few examples of projects. Metro projects, very famous metro project started by E. Sridharan. He was the project manager in case of metro project. It was started in Delhi by DMRC. Then in Noida also, NMRC, Noida Metro Rail Corporation, and in Mumbai also, and now in Agra, and it gives very quality service of transportation. Then others are developing a theme-based destination. Nowadays, theme like Disney World is there in different world level places. In India also, we are having theme-based destinations are being constructed. Construction of motel on a tourist resort can be one project. Then designing website for various destinations to attract tourists more, to give them information how to reach, where to reach, to whom to contact. Project on assessment of inbound tourist requirement. Foreign tourists coming to India, they are more bothered about social security. They are more bothered about what will be takeaway, because tourism is a service industry, and we need to give a package deal so that they feel like that they are getting some product, they are taking home some experiences, something, maybe souvenir along with. Forming a company to run a travel agency, this can be a project. Developing a company, developing a theme park, like skiing parks are developed in metro cities. Artificial skiing projects are initiated. Then project on tourist assessment of satisfaction. There can be projects on after tourists visit, how much they are satisfied, what issues they faced. This can be academic research, or this can be industry-based research projects, which try to bridge the gap between expectations and actual delivery. And as much we reduce the gap, there will be more satisfaction. Then screening project ideas. So once we come to know the background, what is project, let's start with from where the idea comes, because they need an idea. If you want to start a business, if you want to start a project, they need an idea. Entrepreneur, there comes the role of entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is who get an idea. In case of company, promoter terminology is used, who promote the company. But in case of project, there should be a business idea. There should be some entrepreneur who has a vast, and actually entrepreneur or investor has vast opportunities of investments, of funds. As we know, funds are scarce, funds are limited. If they have so many opportunities, why will they invest their money in this project? They can invest in FDs, they can get return of 6-7% easily. They can invest in share bazaar, they can invest in derivative instruments, they can invest in gold, they can invest in real estate. Why will they invest in this project? So they have various choices with them. I will discuss this in our third video. The ability to identify investment opportunity which can be converted into a viable business proposal. So entrepreneurs should have an ability to discuss these things. After careful and systematic consideration, ensures entrepreneurial success. Otherwise, there cannot be success to the entrepreneur if he do not find that project is financially viable. So project idea, when an idea comes, there can be so many ideas. So we need to continue with. And how to search project ideas? There are several interfaces, platforms from which to search the idea. So very important question that comes in our mind, how to scout for a new idea, how to vet that new idea. Everybody gets so many ideas. We keep on talking about Prime Minister should do this, or Tourism Minister should do this, how to promote tourism, government should focus more on tourism. So many ideas comes in your mind. How to scout for that, how to vet that idea. And this is your fourth exercise. After listening to next 5 minutes, you should be able to get how to scout for an idea. And there are a number of sources from which an entrepreneur or a businessman can gain knowledge about a project idea. Any decision to embark on a project after considering only the obvious or immediate available opportunity may lead to a lost opportunity. If you think short term, then maybe in long term you may miss a big opportunity. It would be advisable to scout for a new idea from various sources with analytical mind by evaluating all the dimensions: technical, long-term sustainability, and financial, legal, etc. So let's discuss those tips for searching how to get an idea, how to find that which idea is better. Study of the performance of existing firms or units providing similar services, preferably at the same destination, can give an idea. For example, we find that there are so many hotels in at our destination, and we find that occupancy rate there is 70%, and they are doing well, they are earning well, maybe they are earning 20%, and normally market return is 10%. If our economy is developing by 8%, so market overall return is 8%, they are earning 20%. So why not to initiate a project there, to establish a hotel there, maybe a small hotel, because there is a space of more earning. Then next is study of project being encouraged by financial institutions. Financial institutions are very smart. If they promote some project, this means those projects are viable, because financial institutions will not like that their money get wasted, and they have strength, they have expertise, they have legal consultancy, they have all the skills required to evaluate a project. If some good financial institution, and especially private financial institution, approve some project idea, then that is worthy to be initiated. Then economic trends and demand pattern of various categories of tourists. There are various categories of tourists like family tourism. Family tourists are coming, then group tourists are coming, then business tourism is coming. So you need, under various categories, which demand is increasing. Likewise, in India, religious tourism is increasing a lot. So developing tourist destination nearby religious destinations like maybe Mata Vaishno Devi Darbar, maybe like Shirdi Sai Baba, maybe like Tirupati Mandir, maybe like Char Dham Yatra, we can give more revenues. An inquiry into social and cultural trends may provide valuable inputs. Social and cultural trends, what is going on? Likewise, nowadays things going on vocal for local. Our Honorable Prime Minister emphasized on it. So people are promoting local products. Himachali topi, people are promoting that. People are promoting cuisines of local, and that can give an idea to promote that. Likewise, in Panipat, there is local handloom is promoted. Then inquiry into such business practices which is in foreign countries. Sports tourism. What activities, what projects are initiated in foreign countries to promote sports tourism? Adventure tourism, what they are doing. Water tourism, sports tourism, what they are doing. Leisure tourism, what they are doing. Beach tourism, what they are doing. And then the same practices we can replicate in India. And we have done, in many cases, we have done that also. And those have been successful projects. Then very important is SWOT analysis of destination, including local resources. If we hypothetically think that we can develop anything at every destination, that is not possible. Like in desert, if we can develop desert tourism, that is good. If we develop some water sports tourism there, then it may take a lot of resources, and maybe local resources are wasted. There has been an issue of water to local people at Shimla, Himachal Pradesh destination, and then local people resist that tourists should not come. They object it, because in hilly area at top of the hill, providing water facility for and sanitation facility, they have been issues and challenges, and that's why comes sustainable tourism. And that local resources are not supporting, then sustainability in long run may be threatened, and then the project failure chances increase. Current developments and need of technology for that business idea. Nowadays technology is very important. Surviving without technology with the traditional methods really put us on risk. But if we at the same time, if we take help of technology by keeping our traditions, cultures, heritage, and that is the best combination. Searching for unfulfilled need of the market allows for a series of business opportunities. If we are able to identify any unfulfilled need, any demand if we could meet, Likewise, at religious places, temples were not very clean. Now Akshardham temple has been a very good tourist destination for tourists as well as for on the basis of religious sentiments also. So if we are able to identify need of the market which is unfulfilled, that can be a very good business opportunities. Searching project idea includes, see, we cannot ignore government, and especially government like India, where they play positive role. I said they means government at central level, government at state level, government at local level. We have 3-tier level government. Positive role in the economic development of a nation. They work as a facilitator, and our Honorable Prime Minister has emphasized always in his 5T, one is technology and other is tourism. He wants to promote tourism, and tourism can grow well under his guidance and doing a lot. Sardar Patel statue and nearby area developed very well as a destination, and it was a very good project that was initiated and a good example of project. Facilities were created, local resources were used, and so government always provide new business opportunity for an alert entrepreneur. Likewise, nowadays online learning, online projects, simulation projects are given. In tourism also, simulation and technology can give very good opportunity to various resource persons and service providers, and can initiate several projects to the entrepreneur. Conversion of basic idea into a viable project require rigorous analysis and detailed planning. Hence, the need arises for a preliminary screening of the idea to eliminate project idea which are not prima facie promising. There can be several ideas, but some, if we make a preliminary analysis, screening of that, maybe based on finance, maybe based on operations, maybe based on technology, maybe based on legal aspect. Likewise, gambling has been a very good business in many countries. Las Vegas in US has been a very good destination to promote gambling, and a lot of tourists are coming there. But in India, that has not been a very good idea because legal aspect do not approve that idea. There are some screening devices which eliminate such alternatives. Let's discuss those. Which are those screening devices? Organization strength. What is the strength with your organization? Everything cannot be done by everyone. Your company, your firm, what resources they are having, what weaknesses are there. At micro level, at macro level, aligning with firm goal. If we go away from firm's goal in a particular project, then maybe resources are wasted. I give you a very quick and simple example in which I was also involved. Mitsubishi started making a pen. They started making blue pen. It went well and it was very good idea, and they started earning profit. Then they involved other ink pen also, and they started with green and blue, and that went well. Then they started red also, black. That also went well, demand was there, but profit of the company started reducing, and there came a role of they gave us a project to find out where were the problem. So the firm goal was not matching with all the colors. Green and red color needed more cleaning of the equipments before producing green and red ink pen. Same chemicals more or less used, same costing inputs were there, but activity increased, and that activity increased the cost, and that reduced the profit. So aligning with the firm goal while initiating a project is very much important. Educate market. If the market is not sufficient to cover up the cost to generate such revenues, then that may create problem in long run. Availability of infrastructure. If you are developing water sports, there should be water, electricity, transportation, basic facilities. Social security has been a great concern and hurdle in developing tourism in India, which has been always an issue and challenge. Social security we need to promote a lot. I give you a very quick example. In NCR, Delhi Capital Region, National Capital Region NCR, we find so many companies are coming to Gurgaon, so many theme parks have been developed in Gurgaon, so many tourists are coming, so many customers are coming, business is coming there in Gurgaon. But in Noida, in UP, especially in Ghaziabad, tourists are not coming because they feel social security threat. And this is the main reason tourists visit Agra maximum tourists visit Agra when they come to NCR, but you can find, and you might have analyzed or identified that those tourists are not staying there overnight. If they are not staying there, hotel business is not running there, and then other sightseeing are not being promoted, and revenue from that tourism is less. Availability of essential inputs is again important. So that is very important, and those we need to take care of it. So next is project formulation and preparation. So if we have an idea, we need to formulate a report, we need to design a report by having several things in our mind so that we can initiate a project. And project report is being prepared for project inception, and then finally after completion project report is submitted and project is introduced. So while incepting a project, formulating it or preparing a project, we need to know these things, we need to list down these things: scoping the project and exploring the possibility, risk assessment and management, quality, objective pre-analysis we can do, project strategy and goal that need to be identified, communication plan, formulation of monitoring and evaluation plan, work plan, budget plan, elements of project proposal, and many others are various formulation and preparation themes, ideas which we need to take care while initiating a project. So when we formulate a project, incept an idea, get an idea, then we need to prepare a report as we discussed previously. So project report formulation generally includes the preparation of report. A report is a document setting out detail in nature of the activity proposed and the justification for selection and commitment of resources, which are generally desired at 6 M's, very famous terminology: men, machine, material, management, money, methods, to complete that activity. Men is resources, machine is technology, money is capital, market is required, customer is required, and like this. So let's discuss our last assignment, that is exercise 5, that what all should a project report contain and what should be there, what should be the content of the project report, that we will discuss quickly by covering all 6 M's should be covered to complete a project. Project report should include detail about the organization or the firm that is promoting the project, aligning with the goals of the firm, how this project will help the firm in positive way by adding profits, by adding revenues, by adding customers, maybe by adding market, maybe by adding diversified service, maybe by reducing risk, and many more. Promoters' detail are required, their track record, their qualification, how much funds they are initiating, what skills they are adding. May not be some promoter is adding funds, but they may be adding technical skills, and that is very important, need to be introduced here. Particulars about the project. Project specifications are required, what technology arrangements are required, what location project will be initiated, land and building, plant and machinery, if required. In case of hotels, plant and machineries are required, equipments are required, specific equipment to develop a kitchen. Particular of the project include material, labor inputs are required, what type of skilled, unskilled labor, staff, managerial staff, technical skill required, if utilities like power, water supply, schedule of implementation, when it will be implemented, by bifurcating the whole project in various steps, by identifying unique activities in it, so that we can evaluate time to time that project is done on timely. Cost of the project is very important, that need to be mentioned, what will be the cost of, if possible, cost of different activities and phases, and if some independent sub project can be initiated, its cost also should be defined. Sources of financing, once we know the cost, we need to know the sources from where the funds will come. The marketing and selling strategy, what will be there, so that we can make our product successful, including other things like profitability and cash flow. Gestation period normally talks about that for how long the project will be under construction, under initiation, it will take how much time to market that product, to sell that product under this project. So that is gestation period is the time duration taken to in the production process. Likewise in hotel, maybe it take 2 years to set up the hotel, to make it functional, and then making it profitable. BEP, break-even point, that we discussed previously also talks about to what extent, what will be that point where cost and profit will, cost and revenue will be equal and there will be no profit and loss situation. Then onward it will be more profitable. Economic considerations, what are the economic issues? Government consent if required, environmental consent, license accordingly. Likewise for a bar we need license, in a restaurant if we are running a bar in our hotel. Declaration of the promoters that they will promote it, they will finance it wherever required. All these things are very important. So so in our first video we try to talk about what is project, how it is initiated, how idea comes, how to evaluate those ideas, how to scout those ideas, whether there come so many ideas, and all these things are then documented, reported as a project initiation. So thank you very much for joining in this video. Next we will talk about feasibility study of our projects. Thank you.